everybody, it's me, Donna. Well, today is nice and sunny outside and it's a beautiful day. And sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out, cause every day is a different day, and today is a beautiful day outside, and I'm just getting started. I did go out to the car because I went to Earth Day and stuff like that, so a lot of my stuff is in the car. So I went out there and got some of my stuff out of the car, and I made a granny square so far this morning. Granny square, crochet granny square. I'll put them all together and make a blanket. And I figure I need like 2 more things of yarn, and then I'll make them all in granny squares, and then I'll make a blanket, and it'll be really good. But like with me, some of my yarn somebody gave me, so I'm just putting it all together. It's going to be odds and ends, but it's going to look nice. And but today I'm thinking about going to my doctor and getting another vitamin B12 shot. I think that's what I'm going to do. But I wanted to talk to you about women's rights. You know, a lot of people say that in Harford County in Maryland that women have a lot of rights. Well, that's true. But, you never know when Congress is going to get together and decide that the women don't need no rights, and that we could all become second-class citizens, So, I want to go over some of the rights that we have as women and for children. Children have the right not to be sexually abused, and that's a really, really bad thing. In some religions, you're allowed to get married at 9 years old, which is not a very good thing, and men take children and they become their wives at 9 years old, which is not right. And so anyway, but we don't have that kind of law here in Harford County, which is a good thing. So I want to talk about these. Okay, so in Maryland, you for a woman, you can't, if you're in an abusive relationship, you can get out of that. You don't have to stay in that kind of relationship. You can get out of it. There's places to go. Sometimes they're full, but you can call a police officer and he will help you get out of that relationship. Somebody will help you get out of the relationship. You can tell people that you're in an abusive relationship, and that if it's hitting or if they're threatening you or whatever, you can go to the court and get a restraining order, which is a really good thing. And then they can't be around you. They can, they can't be around you, which is a really good thing, which is a blessing. And then if you get raped in the United States, you can file a complaint against that person, and you can take that person to jail. The police will come and get them, and you'll have to go to the hospital and do the kit and stuff, where you don't take a shower before you go to the hospital. You don't take a shower. You just go like you are, and they'll take pictures, like if somebody hit you or abused you and stuff like that, which is a good thing. If you got bruises on you, they'll take pictures of all that, So we do have rights as women, which is very important. And they will put that person in jail, but you'll have to testify against them. Well, not everybody likes to do that, but you can. If it's really abusive, we wouldn't want that person to hurt other people. So when somebody does that to somebody and they rape them or they hit on them or something like that, you wouldn't want that for your children. You wouldn't want that for your family. You wouldn't want that for another person. So it's brave. When you're brave and you stand up for your rights, you are being a brave person, and you want to be brave. You want to be courageous. So, and then like women have the right, like if they go to work and they can keep their money and stuff and put it in a checking account and stuff like that, we have that right. we also have the right to work, you know, because then you can get new skills and different things like that. And if your boss decides that he wants to hold your paycheck for the last paycheck, you can go to court and get your last paycheck. They can't just keep it. I mean, they have to give you your back money from working and stuff, which is really good. And then if you get fired there and you've been there for so long, you can draw unemployment, you know, which is a really good thing. And that'll help you until you get a new job. So, and when women in the United States have the right to vote, which is really good. I mean, the women in America and in Europe, they fought hard for that right to vote. I mean, it's important. I mean, if you don't have the right to vote, then you don't have the right for land and stuff. And women in America, we have rights to have land. You know, we don't have to get married if we don't want to, which is a good thing. I mean, I've been married, and, you know, if we don't want to be in the marriage, we can get divorced and stuff. So we have all these rights, which is good. And it's important for us to be able to keep these rights. So if you are in a relationship with an abusive husband or abusive boyfriend, you can get out of that, but you have to be willing to do it. You know, you have to stand up for your rights. You have to, and there are agencies and places that will help you get out of that relationship. And if the person wants to follow you around, you can get a restraining order. You can call the police. I mean, there's things that you can do. So that is really important. And what else can you do? You can limit, children, if they're sexually abused by somebody, you can take them to the hospital, and then they can write out a report, and they get a police report and everything. And that person, if you're married to that person, or if it's a stranger or something, they will get prosecuted. And the women have a right to go into the military if they want to. Not all women want to do that, but some women do. If they want to get divorced, they can get divorced. We have a law here in Maryland where if you want to get divorced, it's nobody's fault. You can just go and get divorced. So you don't have to prove what was wrong in the marriage and stuff like that. You don't have to explain that that person went out and committed adultery. It's just that you guys cannot get along and it's not working out, which is a good thing. I mean, why should you have to say all your dirty laundry in court if you don't want to? You don't have to. And then we have health care here in America, which is pretty good. I mean, for children we have it, and for people that are disabled and stuff like that, we have it. And if your income's not real high, then they have it. But so that's really good. And then you can get a mammogram. You can get some health stuff done, which is good. And what else do we have? I wrote some stuff down. And you have the right to stay single, or you can get married. It's up to you. And if you don't want to be in a marriage, you have a right to get out of the marriage. And it's nobody's fault. I mean, it just didn't work out. You know, that's life. Things don't always work out. And it doesn't have to be that you guys, maybe you just aren't compatible or something, you know. You don't have to stay in an abusive relationship if you don't want to. And then let's see what else. But anyway, these are some of our rights in America. And we are not a half of a man here in America. We are a whole person. We're not half of a person, you know. So that's really good. And, you know, that is right. We have no fault divorce in the United States of America, which is a good thing if you don't get along with that person. It's not saying that you're bad or you're evil or the other person's bad or evil. It just means that you guys didn't get along. You know, it just didn't work out. And then we have equal pay in the government and stuff, and equal work in the government, which is good for women and men. And we have the right to work. We can become leaders in our we have the right to decide how many children we want. I don't believe in I'm not really into abortion. I mean, I think that if you get pregnant, you should have the baby. I mean, it's not the baby's fault that you got pregnant. It's what you did to get pregnant. That's how you got pregnant. You know, it's not really the baby's fault. You know, so I think that you know, that you should maybe, if you don't want to keep the baby, maybe you should adopt it out or something like that. You shouldn't just go and have an abortion. So, and I don't think it's the baby's fault. It's not the baby's fault. The baby is something that is alive, is growing. I do believe in birth control before you get pregnant, that you can get birth control to, so that way you don't have to have a bunch of kids if you can't afford them. Because not everybody can afford a bunch of kids. I mean, and it's not evil, and then you have to be able to take care of all those kids. And then you need to be able to space them out if that's what you want to do. Space them out. So, you know, not everybody has money. So if you only want a couple kids, that's okay. And it's better for the environment and different things too. Even though kids could probably become geniuses and maybe fix some of the environment problems or something. I don't know. So just think about that. I mean, this is just my opinion, and it's, you know, So you have the right to own property, and you have the right to become a lawyer if you want to. In America, you have the right to, and then if you do get divorced, you can split your stuff evenly, like half and half, you know. And then sometimes I would say, oh, that person didn't hardly work or something like that. Depends on how many years you were married and stuff too. So, so then if like your husband were to die or something and he worked a lot, you could get his Social Security, you know, or your wife dies and she worked a lot, you could get her Social Security, which is a good thing. I mean, so you wouldn't be desolate, you know. Yeah. And then if you work enough, then you could put money into Social Security, and then when you're older, you would have Social Security, which would be good. So Susan B. Anthony, she's the one that fought for women to be able to vote, which is a really, really good thing. And so in Harford County and Maryland and the United States, we do have women's rights, and they're very important. So if they take away our women's rights, that would be a really, really bad thing, because a lot of women think that they would be able to stay in Congress, and that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're going to take away your bank account. They're going to do a lot of evil, bad things. They're going to take away your land, and it's not going to be fun. So just think about that, you know. I mean, some people know what I'm talking about, and other people don't care, so. But, yeah. So just think about it. And, in the United States, you're not supposed to be able to marry two people. Well, there is one state where you can marry more than one person. But in Maryland, you can only be married to one person at a time, which is a good thing. I mean, you know, if you're not happy in that marriage, you just get divorced and you get out of it. I mean, divorce isn't fun. It's very stressful. It's not like everybody plans on that, but sometimes it happens, and you know, it's just life. Life changes you. You change. You mature. You're not the same person when you're 20 as you are when you're 60 or something, or you're 50 or 80. You're not the same person. You change. You grow. You become a different person. You still have heart and soul and all that other stuff, but life is not all roses. I mean, and honey and, you know, sugar. You know, sometimes life throws you curveballs and stuff, and then you grow and you change. You know, hopefully for the better and not for the worse. So just think about this. You know, so we have the right to work. We have the right to be leaders in our government. I'm looking at the paper. And we have the right to get divorced, we have that. We have a lot of rights for Americans. And then we have the right that little children don't have to be abused. which is a really good thing. I mean, who wants their little children to be abused? That's really, really disgusting. And we're supposed to protect our children and love them and care for them, you know, which is important. God bless America. You know, stand up for America. I mean, America is a great place. I mean, it has problems. I mean, we have to work on stuff. It's always changing. But we have a great Constitution of the United States of America. And we have a Second Amendment, you know, to bear arms. And not everybody believes in that, but that's an important amendment. Our forefathers fought for that. They fought for our country. Our families fought for this country. You know, so we have a lot to be thankful for, and we have a lot to be proud of. We are, you know, we're not perfect Americans. I mean, we make mistakes and everything. Everybody makes mistakes. But it's like the grace of God. There I go before the grace of God, and everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does the things they're not proud of. But we ask God to forgive us, and we have grace. You know, we're saved by grace. So just think about that. You know, so America is a great country. You know, we're just so blessed to be in America. I mean, not everybody's rich in America, and you know, there are opportunities in America, and sometimes it's hard to find the opportunities, but we do have opportunities. So I just want to end this, and I do love you all, and I hope you're all having a really good day. And this is like my longest video I've done so far, so that's really cool. And I really do believe in women's rights, and I really do believe that we deserve them as women. I mean, we support our families. We take care of our families. We're there for our families. We're caregivers. We take care of our mothers and our fathers when they get old and stuff. We help other people. We're good Samaritans. We just have a lot of stuff that we do as women. We try to take care of ourselves. We try to care for our families. And when we're married, we care for our husbands. We care for our little children. You know, we care for other people, which is important. You know, we're supposed to help other people. We're supposed to be good Samaritans. Okay, so this video, I just want to say I love you all, and I hope you all are having a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Have a good day.